Last week, I told you about a 57-year-old woman from Ghana who died of hypothermia while trying to illegally cross into Canada at the Emerson-Manitoba border. This poor woman was found in a ditch on the Minnesota side about 1 kilometer from an area frequently used by illegal asylum seekers to cross the border into Canada. But now we know so much more about this tragic woman and why she tried to come to Canada this way. Her name was Mavis Otutei, and she came to the United States on a visitor's visa from Ghana. But that visa expired 11 years ago in 2006. In recent years, she had been living in Delaware. I went to her Facebook page to learn more about her, and I could tell she was a God-fearing lady who loved Jesus. Actually, most of the things that I could see on her Facebook page were of her praising Jesus. And what brought her to the border was another blessing from God. She had a brand new granddaughter just born in Toronto that she desperately wanted to see. So Mavis went to Minnesota to try to cross the border into Canada and never made it. And here is the real tragedy. Mavis may have been allowed to enter into Canada legally. Mavis's newborn granddaughter is a Canadian citizen, and because of that, according to the Safe Third Country Agreement, she could have entered into Canada at the closest legal border crossing and applied for asylum. Having a Canadian grandchild is one of the special exceptions to the Safe Third Country Agreement. Mavis didn't need to die in a ditch 1,000 kilometers away from her family. Her granddaughter didn't need to lose her grandmother before she ever knew her. Mavis didn't have to be illegal. She could have come to the front door of Canada, honestly and legally, like thousands of immigrants and visitors to Canada each and every single year. But instead, Mavis listened to our Prime Minister and his deadly refugees welcome virtue signaling. She took Trudeau's tweet, his welcome to Canada tweet, as immigration advice and didn't seek the help of an immigration lawyer, someone who could have navigated Mavis through our system so she could see her new grandbaby and maybe even get to stay with her. Like so many migrants, Mavis took the flippant trolling of President Trump by our man-child prime minister as permission, and she risked her life, and now she's gone. But after all, Trudeau's the prime minister. Why wouldn't desperate people take his word as law? It's not their fault. They don't know he's an idiot. And none of it had to be. And even now, after one death, Prime Minister Trudeau still hasn't come out and stated that crossing the border this way into Canada is illegal and dangerous and should never be attempted. Trudeau is letting his fatal open borders lie stand. How many people have to die before Trudeau does the right thing and tells these migrants to stop it? For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. At The Rebel, we're critical of Prime Minister Trudeau in ways the mainstream media just can't bring themselves to be. To never miss a story, be sure to subscribe to the new Rebel Canada YouTube page.